Because I usually watch everything before it comes out, but I guess I didn't have enough time to catch up to Yu Yu Hakusho. I got like halfway through the season. Not even halfway.
Right.
I got to like episode like 20, I think. So
I still need to watch Rurouni Kenshin, bro.
Jesus Christ, you need to watch Rurouni Kenshin. It's so good.
It's so
It's
good.
so good, bro.
Right? It looks
Yu Yu
good.
Hakusho is also really good. This is my first time watching through it. It's really good, actually.
Bro.
I'm about to hit up my friend that was telling me to keep watching it like over all the years, and I'm about to be like, bro, why didn't you tell me Yu Yu Hakusho was so good?
I'm on the movie, been the foundation. It's time to move. 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 Yeah. It's time to move. 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 Hey, it's time to move. It's time to move.
Hello, everyone. I'm D's Nuts. I'm D.
I was gonna go along, but like one put to say for R. I'm R.
And together we are DJR Union. And today we're going to be going over one of the greatest anime of all time, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Absolute peak. Absolute peak. You know, the anime that we definitely know and like didn't forget because we were toddlers when we were watching it. But yes, good anime, good series.
Indeed. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into things because I feel like Yu Yu Hakusho is going to be an interesting set.
Yeah. I really, like I said, this is kind of like an older set.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of the newer sets coming out. I think it's been in the JP for like what, a year or a couple of months.
Yeah.
When it was originally released. So yeah, it's good to see that it's coming out here in the West. So, you know, us Western artists, we are reminiscent of waking up randomly at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and seeing one Inuyasha or 2 Yu Yu Hakusho up on the screen, and while you're in bed dazing a bunch.
For me, it was always Inuyasha. It was always Inuyasha, and it was always the ending song.
So yeah, jumping into the Yu Yu Hakusho cards. Starting off, we got Jin.
Jin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He actually, yeah, no, that literally is Devil Jin, though.
Yeah, he's Super Saiyan God right now.
Oh, wow, what the freak?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk about him. For 4 energy, 1 action, we have a 4K BP character. And as you see here, your opponent cannot choose his character with an ability on an event card unless they place 1 card from their hand into their sideline as an additional cost. It's really great to see that he does protect himself from event cards. And since it specifically says with an ability on an event card, that does indeed include on triggers. If you do trigger the special trigger in life, that counts as an ability on an event card.
Oh,
Because triggers are considered abilities, and if that ability, and since the trigger will be on the event card, the kill card will be the special trigger is on the event card, that will count for this protection. So they will have to discard an additional card to trigger kill Jin from life.
oh, I did not know that.
It's a really cool little thing in the thing, similar to how Kaoru protects Kenshin from all abilities.
Yeah,
It includes life triggers.
that's good to know.
Yeah,
That's good to know. Hey, you learn something new every day. So hey, learn something new, help increase your play and your way of thinking.
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And then next up, when played, you can choose a character on your opponent's front line and move it to their energy line. Another really great disruption. Like we saw some disruption earlier with Kaiju number 8, and now we're seeing some disruption here with Jin.
Yeah, they probably thought like, hey, maybe Kitchen is a problem and we should probably like deal with it.
Yeah, you know, Kenshin's going to be a problem, so let's bring out Yu Yu Hakusho to follow up, so that way we can deal with some stuff.
Exactly. Like you said, we're shaping up the meta. I mean, me personally, I think a ban list is probably needed, but that's not neither here or there.
No, I think Kenshin's fine.
I mean,
Kenshin's healthy.
Of course, you love Kenshin and you play the deck, so obviously you think it's nothing wrong. Anyways, moving on into the next card of the set, Chu.
Ah,
Like, you know, Chu.
oh my gosh. That's so disrespectful. So for 4 energy 2 action, we have Chu over here, who's obviously charging up one of his most powerful attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And as you see, he's played active when he's played.
Yeah, so of course the baseline, you already know it, we already stated, if it's 2 AP, it better come onto the field active.
Exactly. And at 4K plus BP, let's see what happens. When he's played, he gains 1K BP, hit him at 5K, and damage 2 until end of turn.
That's not bad, honestly. So like I said, you're swinging for 5K BP and damage 2, when you play set to active, you're already applying some pressure.
Yeah, coming in, swinging hard too, and when you attack, if your opponent's energy line is full, you get to draw a card.
Now, see, now that's an interesting take right there, because you know, a lot of people, they like to build up their energy line to build up their energy line and start pulling up all their big stuff and start going to town. But at this point, it's like, say, oh, you build out your energy line? Use that to my advantage. Since you're so comfortable with nothing happening to it, let me go ahead and start drawing a card off of it.
Yeah. And the best thing is that I see a little bit of synergy with Jin and Chu already, because with Jin's played, you can push something to their energy line. So if their energy line's not full, you can push something into it to fill it up, and then have Chu come in, instantly start swinging to draw a card.
Oh, actually, yes, you're right. So it's a good way to start setting up your plays and being like, hey, move to the energy line, and like say, oh, you're wide open, I'm gonna swing with damage too, and you're gonna get a draw card out of it.
100%.
Yeah, so already, I just want to go ahead and say this, because I'm pretty sure some of y'all, or pretty much most of y'all, if y'all already played against Kenshin, especially Red Kenshin enough time, you probably adopted the strategy to like say, hey, maybe I need to leave one spot opened up or two spots opened up in the energy line to be able to keep a set energy, what's the term? What's the terminology? Point? Energy point. I'm just gonna say point.
Okay, yeah, that works. I couldn't think of a word.
Threshold.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
A good energy threshold, while still keeping stuff up, because you know your cards are going to be moving into the back line.
Right.
With this having a similar effect, I wonder if people, because of playing against Kenshin so long, they're going to adapt a level of play where they don't have to keep stuff to the back line and can just play the game while keeping only two in the back line and being more aggressive with this type of play. Now, of course, if you're playing, like, say, a high BP cost card deck, like, say, Lancelot, for example, or, like, say, a green Attack on Titan, you need your backline to be full of energy, so that could be a different case and a different story.
Right.
But that only goes to show you that the meta is evolving, so you're going to be having a different variety of decks out on play. So now, you don't have to just, now you're not just playing a deck that's predominantly dominant or is good against one side of the deck. Now you're going to have to be worried about multiple decks. So like I say, it's interesting. I feel as though, and I'm hoping that Yu Yu Hakusho will hopefully play a role in shifting the meta.
Over here we have Jin. He's 3 energy, 1 action for a 3k plus BP character. And it says during your turn, if your opponent's front line is not full, this character gains 1k BP, which seems to be a common theme for the entirety of their side of things. They're not really looking for your opponent's front line being full. They're looking for your opponent's energy line being full and capitalizing off of their front line lacking.
So again, like I said, it's just adopting that strategy of like, again, a lot of another board manipulation at that to be able to get a lot of benefit off of it.
Yeah, and it seems here that it's really interesting because it's only during your turn that he does gain the 1k BP. So that means that you are going to be dealing with effects that are constantly emptying out your opponent's front line, whether it's through the kill card or whether it's through legitimately the Raid Jin that we just went over, where he pushes something into the energy line, where he will then gain that 1k BP, putting him at 4k BP. But even still, he's a 2 energy generating card, so you will be able to see some good value with this card.
Exactly, like I said, especially the part of being able to, like, say, playing cards or activating your trigger effects on your opponent's turn, whether it be a raid to manipulate the board or a kill card to just remove something from their side of the field. You not open up that one spot in order to hit the requirement of your opponent's front line not being full.
Okay. All right, now let's move over to the next set of SRs, which is going to start things off with the Toguro brothers. And first things first, we're dealing with the elder of the two brothers. At 0 energy, 1 action, at 1k BP, we have this elder Toguro brother with Nullify Impact.
Now, first and foremost, I didn't even realize this until I now just saw this card just now. That's a 0 cost SR.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a 0 cost SR in the West yet.
I don't think so.
No, so I'm really interested on what this card is capable of doing other than Nullify Impact.
Well, let's go ahead and check it out.
All right.
On your turn, why don't you go ahead and lead us off?
I certainly will. So during your turn, when this character is sidelined or returned to your hand from your field, reduce the required energy of all younger Toguro cards in your hand by 2, and this card until the next younger and this in your hand by 2.
This turn.
Oh, this turn. I am sorry.
The Yu-Gi-Oh started slipping in. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Honestly, you're not wrong. This turn until the next younger Toguro is played onto your field. And then
not bad.
Yeah, not bad. So it's like, so that leads me to believe that, hey, we're gonna be having a lot of high BP young Toguro cards to be playing. So with this card, we can just reduce that cost by 2, so make it a little bit cheaper to bring out.
Yeah, and it's whenever this card is dead or returned to your hand from the field. So it seems like you are going to be able to have probably some cards to help kill him off or bounce him back to hand in order to reduce the the energy requirement of the Toguro younger brother in order to help him come out more consistently or more frequently.
Exactly. Now, what I do want to double check, I probably have to look on the rule book for this, unless someone in the comment section already know. I wonder if this affects stacks.
It does not say that it doesn't stack, so it does.
It does?
Yeah, because all cards that say this character does not, or this trigger does not stack, they will literally say in the text that it does not stack.
Yeah, that is true. So I guess if you can get this triggered off 2 times, you can reduce the BP by 4.
Indeed.
So make a card even cheaper. And that has a one-sideline effect that you may place 1 card from your hand into your sideline if you do add this card to your hand.
Which is really good because that means that you're going to be able to see this card so frequently. That means that this is going to be the most valuable 0 card in your deck for the Toguro brothers because you're able to, hey, kill them off, pitch a card, get him back.
And do it all over again.
Kill him off, pitch a card, and get him back. Play him, kill him off, pitch a card, pull him back. Play him, kill him off, pitch a card, pull him back. Okay.
I'm just saying. Like I say, you make a song out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think this card's really cool, actually.
I think it's great, bro.
Yeah. I can see that glint in your eyes. I hate you.
Oh, you're gonna hate me more when we get to some other cards in the set.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the younger brother, shall we?
Younger brother, indeed. As soon as I can find him.
It's, believe it or not, it's on the next page. I don't have the card art for it yet, bro. It's so funny.
Just so you know, we're looking at the card and we're putting it on the screen, but you know the website is being stupid and
they don't have the card art on the website yet. It's so funny.
They don't have the card art on the website.
It's so funny. So, we're gonna put EX Burst card art for it there. They won't have the English version of it, so it's gonna be the Japanese version with it. So follow along with us as we read it.
First off, for foremost, looking at the artwork, I'm sorry, this man's on that TRT.
What do you mean?
He's drinking the juice.
No, he just works out.
He just works. There is nothing natural about that build.
Okay, but there's nothing natural about Saitama, and he just works out.
I mean, like
this is anime logic, friend.
I am convinced there are people out there in the world that generally look like that.
Well, yeah, those people are on steroids.
They're on that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to do it natural, but you know.
Anyways, this younger Toguro brother can only be played when he is raided. Cannot be played any other way. You have to raid him to play it. That means you cannot play him raw onto the front line.
Yeah, so you guys plan on being like, hey, I'm gonna play him raw just so I can protect myself. Nah, fam, you ain't doing it.
And at 5k BP, it makes sense. At 8k energy, that's a lot.
That's a lot. And it baby
8k
doing
energy. At 8 energy, my fault. He's not at 8k energy, guys. I promise.
He could be.
I promise he's not at 8k energy.
You're gonna see an 8k energy one of these days.
I hope not. That'd be impossible to reach.
Infinites.
So obviously, first things first, he has impact 1 and he has damage 3.
Not even damage 2, damage 3.
Yeah, this guy, he's hitting you like a truck. And if he doesn't hit you like a truck, he's hitting your character like one and then still doing damage to you.
Exactly. So if we look at when played, all characters on your opponent's front line lose 1k BP until the end of the turn.
That's good.
That's really good.
That's a really good nerf. It's a full frontline nerf, just like Gawain does in Code Geass Purple. Mm-hmm. So you are probably going to see some really good use off of that one ability.
Exactly. And if we look at the follow-up, it also states, choose up to 1 character or 4k or less BP on your opponent's frontline and sideline it.
So that means that not only are you nerfing your opponent's frontline by 1k BP, but now any 5k character on your opponent's frontline is now able to be targeted by this follow-up ability of 4k or less because they are nerfed by that 1k, but then they're instantly killed off because of them being 4k or less BP.
Exactly. So before you would be like, hey, I'm sitting strong in this 5k BP character because all your raids are only 4k BP. You're not swinging over it. No. Not today. We're going to nerf your entire front line, and we're going to take out one of your characters in the process. And with him being a 5k BP character already, he's going to be able to swing over a lot of characters regardless of the such.
Yeah. And I know 100% what some of you are thinking. That's okay. I play Kenpachi. He can't have his BP reduced by 1k because he can't have his BP reduced. Hey, Kenpachi's at 4K BP. He dies.
He dies.
So, I don't care if his BP can't be reduced. I'm killing him.
Yeah, frame 1, he's dying.
Yeah.
So, good luck.
Yeah, so the Toguro brothers have some pretty good synergy. Let's go ahead and find their color trigger, because from already what the elder can do and what the younger can do, it makes me very interested to see what card is going to be supporting them the most, because they do have some pretty powerful synergy together.
Exactly, which I think is going to be this card right here.
Interesting. We have Sakyo over here. 3 energy, 1 action, and he generates 2 energy, which makes sense that he is going to be the one to help out the brothers, because you got to get to the 8 energy somehow, and a 2 energy generating card is going to do the most work with that.
Oh yeah, definitely. So he has an ability that when played, you get to choose one of the following. If a character on the field has been sidelined this turn, which,
like the elder brother.
Yep. Play up to 1 purple character card with 2 or less required energy and 1 AP cost from your hand set to resting on the field.
So truthfully, kill him, pitch a card, pull him back, play Sakyo, play him for free.
Play it for free.
Kill him off, pitch a card.
Bring him back. So to answer the earlier question I had, like, can we reduce reduce the energy cost by more than just 2? I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely possible. So looking into the secondary effect, you may return 1 character card on your field with 2 or less required energy to your hand. If you do, choose up to 1 other character on your field. It gains 2k BP until the end of turn.
So play this card, bounce Elder back to hand, get the benefit of reducing younger Toguro by 2 energy. Then you buff another character by 2k BP, play Elder again, kill him off, pitch a card, pull him back.
Oh man, you love to see it.
I'm telling you, I'm only playing the deck by saying that every time I do it.
With full enthusiasm onto it. No other way. No other way.
That's the only way to play the deck now. If I see you out there playing purple Toguro brothers and you're not doing that, clearly you don't watch the VIT channel.
Exactly. So, one more time for the people to hear.
Play him, kill him off, pitch a card, pull him back, play him, kill him off, pitch a card, pull him back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, for 3 energy, 1 action, probably the best event card in purple. We had to save the best for last.
Yeah.
It's Rainbow Cyclone.
Rainbow Cyclone.
From, beautiful Suzuki. And let's just talk about this card real quick.
Yeah, so looking at this card, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 character card, up to 1 event card, and up to 1 side card from among them, and add it to your hand. I already see this card is already in a problem.
Yes, because not only can you add a character card, not only can you add an event card, but you can also add a site card. That means you have 3 cards you're adding to your hand, potentially. Now, obviously, if you're looking at the top 3 cards, it's not really a good chance that you're going to be able to grab all 3 of them.
Not really.
Unfortunately. But let's just go ahead and finish reading the rest of the card, because you don't even have to pitch anything for it. You just place the rest onto the bottom of the deck in any order.
But, if Beautiful Suzuki is on your field, 7 cards instead.
So you're telling me I get to look at the top 7 cards of my deck?
Yes.
And then add a character, site, or event card?
Yep, you can potentially add up to 3 cards to your hand without pitching any of them if you have Beautiful Suzuki on your field.
So what you're telling me is to run Beautiful Suzuki in pretty much every single purple deck I run, along with Rainbow Cyclone, to constantly search through my deck?
Yes, 100%.
Well, that makes sense, because this is definitely, you can find Rainbow Cyclone with Rainbow Cyclone and do it again. That's so stupid. I love it.
That's crazy.
I love it. I love stupid, busted stuff like that. It's so funny.
I can just be like, man, I whip. Wait a minute. There's another Rainbow Cyclone. I'm like,
Rainbow Cyclone!
Rainbow Cyclone!
So yeah, that's going to wrap up purple for us. Purple seems very powerful.
Yeah, it seems very powerful indeed, but you already know the real reason we come to Yu Yu Hakusho. Main character.
That's all I can say, honestly.
Yeah, the one who makes the show.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's more people that make the show, like my favorite character. But we all know, in green, we have him, the man, the myth,
the legend, Yu Yu Hakusho himself.
Yusuke Urameshi.
No, his name's Yu Yu Hakusho.
Huh?
His name is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah. His name's.
Wait a second. Yu, right? Like Yusuke, right?
Yeah.
But then the second U is his initials. YU. Yusuke Urameshi. So let's go ahead and talk about SR Yusuke Urameshi. 7 energy, 1 action at 5k BP.
5k BP, which freaking A, bro.
So when played, this character gains Snipe until the end of the turn. Hey R, who was the last character that got Snipe at 7 energy at 5k BP until end of turn when played?
It wasn't Sinnoh, unfortunately.
Nope, it was the man, the myth, the legend that R hates.
He's no legend in my books.
Kurapika. And yeah, so we're going to be seeing another Snipe character come through. And of course, he's sniping with his spirit gun. So you got to watch out for that.
Exactly. So, dude, why don't you go ahead and take the lead on this one?
All right, so when attacking, because this is going to be the deck I'm going to be building. So when attacking, choose one of the following. So you only get to choose one of these abilities, unfortunately. Okay. You get to pick more than one. So choose one of the following abilities. This character gains, when this character attacks and is not blocked, choose one character on your opponent's front line and switch it to resting until end of turn. Or this character gains impact until end of turn. So honestly, it's a pretty good ability. Either way, you can potentially get one attack through. Either through impact or through resting an opponent's character.
That's crazy, bro. That's actually insane. So, one, when I'm playing, I'm obviously just going to give it impact, and I'm going to snipe something and get damage to. And then afterwards, you haven't dealt with it, I'm just going to make it so, oh, you didn't block this card, don't rest something, you're forced to block it.
Well, unfortunately, you only get to choose one of these cards, unfortunately, or one of these abilities. So he either gets impact, or when he isn't blocked, then a character on your opponent's front line switch to resting. But that's really good because you can either do impact to guarantee yourself some damage, or you can choose the other one in order to force your opponent to block him, in order to switch another character to rest, or in order to kill off a character, so that way they're not having one of their characters switch to resting.
Exactly. Like I said, to me, I'll play him. He gets sniped. I give him impact when he attacks, and the follow-up turns, I'm just going to make it so that way you're forced to block until I'm ready to end this game, and I'm going to give him impact.
Yeah.
So I'm just, either way, I'm going to be putting you in a desperate situation.
He's got that versatility.
A lot of versatility indeed.
So let's go on to the next SR card that's going to be helping out Yusuke. 3 energy, 1 action Koenma. At 3k BP, he generates 2 energy, so he's going to be helping Yusuke hit that 7k BP.
Exactly.
And he just so happens to be the color trigger for the deck as well.
Oh, even better.
So, during your turn, when a character on your field activates to choose one of the following abilities, you may switch this active character to resting and place one face-down card underneath it into your sideline, and if you do, that ability becomes choose 2 of the following instead.
That's crazy, bro.
So pretty much what it says is, just so that you guys aren't confused, when it says you may switch this active character to resting, it's talking about Koenma himself. So, you choose a character like the Yusuke Raid, the 7-1, that has choose one of the following abilities. Then, when you switch Koenma to resting, you now get to choose both of those abilities when Yusuke is attacking, and in doing so, this character would switch to resting. Koenma would switch to resting. Now, since Yusuke is attacking, you can now give him impact, and if he isn't blocked, then your opponent, then you get to switch an opponent's character to resting.
That's crazy. You're basically 2 for 1 in your opponent at that point. They're losing 2 characters, 2 defenders, bro.
Now think about it this way. At least you can't do it the turn Koenma's played. So when played, if you play him on the energy line, you switch him to active.
What is this deck, bro? This is what you just said, bro. How is that anyway broken? Freaking bootleg Sinnoh online. I get a bootleg Sinnoh that can't do crap by itself. What is this? This man's hooking with a freaking pacifier for crying out loud.
Hey, don't you dare disrespect Koenma, bro.
Huh?
Don't you dare disrespect my GOAT Koenma.
This man got Junior JR on his forehead, bro. What?
Because he's his father's kid,
bro. That's the scary thing. What is father gonna do?
He's on the game, so.
Thankfully.
But on his last ability, on the main phase, he has another one.
Of course he does.
You can switch him to resting instead of using the during your turn ability, and once per turn, place the top card of your deck face down underneath this character in order to get the during your turn ability to trigger off. So you do need, unfortunately, a card underneath him and for him to be active in order for the during your turn ability to activate. So while you are able to get the first trigger off very easily, the second one is you're going to need a turn to set up before you're able to then benefit further from his during your turn ability. There is a slight gap, thankfully. So there's like a 1 turn leeway of, hey, I have to have a card underneath him. Then on the next turn, I can then switch him to resting to place a card in order to get the ability off.
Which I guess is pretty good, but like you said, we got more cards in this set. I'm pretty sure there's another card that's going to be like, hey, place a card under one of the cards on your field or something. So wouldn't be surprising if they did. And by that smirk, I'm pretty sure they do.
So let's go ahead and move on to everyone other's fan favorite character, Kowabara. So 4 energy, 1 action, Kazuma Kowabara. He innately has Nullify Impact, and understandable, he's the tough guy.
Yeah.
He be defending things, he be attacking things, he be doing stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go ahead and take a look. When played, this character gains your opponent must block this character cat is able to the end of turn.
That's pretty good.
I like that, forcing your opponent to block. Mm-hmm. That's really good. Diminish their energy line. I mean, not their energy line, their front line as much as possible to be able to get some other damage through. I really do like that.
Yeah.
Also, if sideline, if Yukina is on your field, return up to 1 base card of this rated character to your hand. So you get to bounce the rated card back to your hand, give yourself a bit of card advantage in the process.
Which is good because then you can then re-raid Kuwabara at any point in time you need to. Because, hey, you kind of need to have Kuwabara out on the field at all times when you're running that deck.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
He is the man. He is the myth. He is the legend.
The legend indeed.
So let's go ahead and move over to the last SR card that is in green, and that's going to be none other than Genkai herself.
Yes, Genkai. We all know everybody was fanning over Genkai back in the day. No questions about it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Anyways, this character can only be played by performing raid with it. Yep, so you're not cheating it out.
Very similar to the younger Toguro brother.
Exactly. What is surprising is 3 energy, 1 action, and 4,500 BP.
Wow! She's strong.
She's strong indeed.
But that makes sense because she is strong.
Yeah, she is strong. She was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember when you met her for the first time? She was like old, Yeah, and now she's young. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how people were back in their prime, But yeah, let's take a look. At the start of your turn, place the top card from this rated character to your sideline, then draw a card. What the freak?
That's pretty interesting. So at the start of the turn, she instantly kills herself, but you get to draw a card, so it does replace herself. That's very interesting, but clearly she has to have an ability that makes it useful, right? Let's see. When played, choose up to 1 character on your field and move it to the other line. Then choose up to 1 character with 35 or less BP on your opponent's front line and switch it to resting. That's interesting.
Honestly, yeah, I mean that's interesting. I mean, it definitely took me for a loop. But yeah, let me read this again. Choose up to 1 character on your field, move it to the other line, then choose up to 1 character with 35 or less BP on your opponent's front line and switch into resting. Okay, I can see it. When played, you move something else up onto the field, and then you rest something on your opponent's line, on your opponent's front line, so that create an opening for you to attack. And of course, like you said, she does de-raise herself. So what this leading me to believe is that 1, you get the benefit of you play something rested, you rate her on top, that rested character that's now switched to active. So it could be like a non-rated version of Genkai that's probably super powerful that you can probably cheat out with this effect. And then flood the front line with more characters and diminish their front line so that we get able to get attacks through. I see the value. I see the trick that you're trying to perform with it.
Yeah, especially considering that you're getting this 4,500 BP character at 3 energy. I feel like that drawback of at the start of the turn she does kill herself off is a very needed ability, because otherwise a 3 energy 4,500 BP character is kind of terrifying. But then you also get the card draw off of that, which means that it's not a complete loss all in all, you are able to then continue on with your game plan still, even though she is gone from the field.
Exactly.
She's able to shine a little bit of inspiration and, in a sense, train your characters on the field up to be the characters they need to be when she dips.
Exactly, pretty much. Also, just a side note, I find it funny how when UA kind of knows, like, hey, this card's not going to be used for what you think you're going to try to be using it for, so they just give it a certain amount of BP.
Yeah.
They did it with King, and I'm like, y'all are trolling us, bro.
5k BP, can't attack her block.
I'm like, this is crazy.
All right, and then let's talk about the color trigger that's going to be specifically helping out Kuwabara's side of things. And that's going to be Genkai at 2 energy, 1 action. When played, you get to choose up to 1 character with 2 less required energy on your energy line and switch it to active. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does this help out Kuwabara? Well, it's not Kuwabara specifically that she's helping out. It's going to be Yukina. Because at 2 energy, 1 action, the Yukina is able to switch herself to resting to buff any character by 1k BP. Meaning, and it's not once per turn, you can switch her to resting to buff a Kuwabara by 1k BP, and then, I don't know, play a Genkai to reactivate her, then rest her again to give him another 1k BP. Or if you wanted to, you could activate Yukina's second ability with that re-rest to rest her, kill her off, and then give a Kuwabara impact for the turn. Which is good because, as we know, Kuwabara does not have impact on his own, so it is great to see that he is able to have a way to get impact and at a way that also increases his BP as long as Genkai is able to support him and Yukina.
Exactly. Pretty much like you said, giving all of her students power boosts to prepare them for a tournament as such.
Exactly. So to round things off, let's go ahead and talk about the event cards. Some of the event cards that we are going to be seeing moving forward in this deck. Spirit Sword.
Spirit Sword, that's a paragraph for a kill spell.
Yeah, 4 energy, 1 action. Hey, what does that yellow text say? So you get to choose 1 character on your field and it gains 1k BP, and when this character attacks and wins a battle, you can play up to 1 green character card with 2 or less required energy and 1 AP cost from your sideline set to resting onto your field until end of turn. And if that chosen character is Kazuma Kuwabara, it also gains Snipe until end of turn. So pretty much you get to choose 1 character on your field, which in this case you would be choosing Kuwabara, and he will gain 1k BP, putting him at 5k BP. When he attacks and wins a battle, aka if an opponent blocks, you get to play 1 green character card with 2 or less required energy and 1 AP from your sideline set to resting onto your field until the end of turn. Now, if that chosen character that you chose was Kuwabara, he now snipes, meaning that you are guaranteed to get that attack to win a battle. Basically, both decks in green have snipe.
Yeah, both decks in green have snipe and are fairly decent and are efficient at it. But the green deck that I get interested in, that I want to play, because I want to 360 no-scope people, it's mediocre snipe.
Don't worry, you got Volume 2 coming out in January, friend.
Thank freaking goodness.
And Sinon does get a pretty good buff in it.
She does get an amazing buff in it.
Which you will talk about later. All right, and with that wraps up green. And I think green is going to be so strong.
I bet you do.
I think green's going to be a really great deck, honestly. I feel like green is going to be up there in power. Like, purple seemed really strong, but green, sniping? Both decks can snipe frequently?
That's crazy.
Like, to be, like the snipe is one thing, but to snipe as frequently as they do for both versions of the decks is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
All right, I can tell R's not really a big fan of the sniping. So let's go ahead and move over to red, where I know he's going to be very excited because it features a very highly rated fan favorite character. And R, go ahead and introduce this character.
Yes, we have the man. And we already know there are myths, there are legends, but for this one, I'm going to say he's the man of the hour, and he's too sweet to be sour.
He is not sweet.
Huh?
He's not sweet.
I mean, first they're sour.
No, he's never sweet. He's only sour.
He's well, you know.
Let me tell you what Hiei is. Hiei is, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
he is.
He people can dream he's sweet, you know. Anyways, Hiei, you know, a fan favorite, an old edgelord classic.
Also, the inspiration for Sasuke, for those that didn't know.
Yes. Look at him. They literally said, yoink, copy and paste, boom, Sasuke. Yeah. Anyways, during your turn, if you use an event card this turn, this character gains impact. Oh, how the tables have turned indeed.
I'm not a fan of event card decks.
Nah,
Historia was my one exception. Event card decks are like,
And I love event cards decks. I use snipe decks, with the exception of Sinnoh.
Snipe decks are cool. They're fun.
Event decks are cool and they're fun.
Event decks are toxic.
No, they're not.
You get to have 5 million turns in one turn.
You're no-scoping me across the map, bro.
At least I'm using one turn.
Huh?
At least I'm not restanding my AP points for free.
Well, that's too bad. You're so good at that. But yeah, going back to the fact that if you use an event card, this character gains impact, you already know. Tatsumaki, Esper Sisters, just run it back all over again. I love getting my characters impact from playing event cards. But going into what it also is able to do, when played, if it's your turn, I can use up to 1 Dragon of the Darkness Flame. Can't tell me that name doesn't sound baller. Can't tell me. That name, you're just being #1 hater right now. Yeah, so if you use up to 1 Dragon of the Darkness Flame card from your sideline by ignoring its required conditions or energy and paying its mana cost. Wait, what?
What are you talking about? Mana cost?
Hold on. Wait, scratch that. Let me read this again. If it's your turn, use up to 1 Dragon of the Darkness Flame card from your sideline by ignoring its required energy and paying its AP cost. There we go. All right, when it's played, I use the event card.
From the sideline.
So yeah, I can recycle cards from the sideline. And in addition to that, I can place any card used with this ability into your movement area instead of your sideline. So of course, you're playing stuff from the sideline. I mean, it's still kind of similar to Magic when you like,
this deck is stupid.
Huh? This deck is great.
No. This one ability, the wind blade ability in and of itself, is so dumb.
Yeah, no.
Yes, I know that it's flavorful, and I only know it's flavorful because in J-Star's Victory Versus, when you play Hiei, you can activate Dragon of the Darkness Flames 2 times in a row, which this does. This does it. It lets you do it.
Yep.
But the fact that it's the special trigger card is kind of what upsets me.
How? At least it's not the final. You
get to kill 2 cards easily. I mean, yeah, you have to use a bunch of AP for it, but it's still crazy that you get to essentially use 8 special cards if they're all in your life.
I technically get to use special cards. I get more special cards. Everybody else is running around with freaking character cards that kill stuff on play. Why can't I bring a character card that makes me reuse cards that kill cards that I already used?
Okay, anyways, let's move on to the next card that will be helping out Hiei. 3 energy, 1 action Yukina, and she has 2500 BP and generates 1 red energy. When played, you get to reduce the AP cost of the next.
Up the next. Come on, say it. I'll do it for you. The next event card you use from your hand or sideline this turn, buy 1. What does that say? Hand or sideline. What does Hiei does?
On the main phase, you can switch this card to resting. You can only activate this ability if you've used an event card this turn. Look at the top card of your deck and place it on the top or bottom of your deck. That's not bad. That's a good scry card.
I like that card, set up for, like, say you want to put another Black Dragon, want to set it up,
Black Dragon? Do you mean Dragon of the Darkness Flame?
Yeah, Dragon of the Darkness Flame.
Weren't you here just saying how cool the name was, and now you don't even call it by its name? What type of fan are you?
Didn't I just say at the beginning of this video that I was in my diapers watching this anime?
I've never watched this anime.
Huh?
I'm literally on episode like 10.
But yeah, Yukina. Reduce the AP cost of your next event card used from your hand or sideline this turn by 1. Pair that with Hiei, Dragon of the Darkness Flame. You're getting some nice sick combos with this.
Yeah, I guess.
And not only that, you can switch to resting to be able to look at the top card of the deck and even keep it up there and place it on the bottom. You can just set that up for more plays in the future.
Yeah, I guess.
It's so nice.
Well, I mean, we already covered the SR and the color trigger. So I guess that's pretty much it for the Hiei side of things when it comes to the characters. But let's go ahead and talk about my boy, Kurama!
You know, yes, we'll talk about Kurama.
I love Kurama. So, Kurama, 5 energy, 2 action point, SR card. Again, another card that they do not have the card art for on the website. But pretty much what this card does is you can play this card set to active onto the field, and when played, you draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand.
Honestly, the fact that it's played onto the field set to active makes this card worth it.
I mean, 2 AP? Yeah. Better be played set to active.
Better definitely be played set to active. And like I said, if it was played set to resting and draw cards until you have three in your hand, I'm like, oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's meh. But to be played set to active and then draw it till you have up to 3 cards into your hand, now it's pretty good.
Now, why does it say draw cards until you have 3 in your hand instead of just draw 3 cards or draw 2 cards even? Draw 2, discard 1, draw 3, discard 1, or draw 3, discard 2. That makes me think that this card's gonna involve you using the cards in your hand. This deck involves you using the cards in your hand a lot.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move over to the other SR Kurama card, which isn't just Kurama. No, it's an evolved form of Kurama. Yoko Kurama.
Yoko Kurama.
6 energy, 1 action. This card is also treated as Kurama. And let's read that BP count. He is at 4k BP. 4k plus BP. Now, during your turn, this character gains all the abilities listed below if it has the required amount of BP. At 5k or more BP, he gets Impact, and at 8k or more BP, he gains Snipe.
Another deck in this...
Another deck that I want to build that also has Snipe. What are the odds? What are the odds?
Bro, I'm literally getting jumped by snipers right here, bro.
Hey, that's fine. You got your purple. We already established that you got your purple and your Hiei. I got my green and my
I'm literally getting jumped right here, guys.
The best part is that I didn't even know all these decks had Snipe until like after we declared what decks we wanted to build.
Bro, what is
this is hilarious to me.
What is this, bro?
This is funny.
Actually get out of here, bro.
This is funny. Oh yeah, but don't worry. He's only at 4k BP. How's he gonna get to 5k or even 8k? So when played, this character gains 3k BP till end of turn. But that only gets him at 7k. He doesn't even get Snipe, except for the fact that on the main phase, if he's on the front line, you can place a card from your hand to the sideline to give him 1k BP till end of turn, and that's not a once per turn ability either.
What the freak?
So I could discard like, I don't know, 3 cards from my hand to give him 3k BP.
That's crazy.
Or 4 cards to give him 4k BP, to put him at 8k to give him Impact and Snipe, and then play the 5-2 to draw until I have 3 cards in my hand.
This thing can can beat Saitama.
He could! He could!
What the actual freak?
He could snipe Saitama! Let's go!
This thing can snipe that freaking bald head flashing in the freaking distance.
This is so awesome. I'm so happy, bro. My boy Kurama got his lick, bro. He's about to go in and swing. Oh, this is so great.
That's crazy to think about, bro. Actual.
All right, now let's end it off with the color trigger for Kurama. And that's going to be on 3 energy, 1 action Kurama. For generating 2 energy, when play, draw a card.
Pretty simple, you know? Can't go wrong with it. You know, we like cards with that.
I love when play draw cards. They're just funny.
I like when play draw cards when they have actual triggers, because a lot of them we see don't be having triggers assigned to them. So to see them with triggers, I love it.
Especially when they're on color triggers, because you know those are instant 4-ups.
Instant 4-ups.
Look at the Suzaku in Lancelot.
Yep.
3 energy, 1 action, when play, draw a card, color trigger for green, 2 energy generator.
Pretty good.
Really good. Now, to end things off, we are going to go ahead and talk about the event cards in red. Rose Whip Thorn Wheel. And it is a sight card for how much energy?
3 energy, 1 AP, and generates 2 energy.
That's right. So let's see what this Kurama card does. On the main phase, once per turn, you can only activate this ability on the turn this sight is played, though. Choose 1 Kurama on your front line, and it gains your opponent cannot choose this character with abilities on characters or triggers until the start of your next turn. Which is really good. I think that's a good idea. It protects Kurama. It protects him in his Rose Thorn Wheel Hurricane move, and yeah, I don't know what it is, but I know that he protects himself with it, which I think is good.
Yeah, he protects himself because you know he's gonna be sniping.
Hey, look on the bright side. At least your Hiei doesn't have a kill card on the character, because then he'd be protected from that. So, I guess I'll give you the Darkness Flames now, because you're gonna need them.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, the next card.
Look at this. Aura farming. He's legit aura farming right in this picture.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Fear my jogging eye.
There you go.
Choose up to one character on your field against 1k BP at the end of turn. Choose one of your AP cards and switch it to active.
Kind of a really bad card. Kind of a terrifying card for me. I don't like that card.
Yeah.
I think it's evil because your characters get stronger, and I also think it's evil because you get to resend an AP card.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean you would though.
I mean, you're already jumping me.
I'm not even jumping you. I can only play one deck at a time.
You're jumping me with decks, and all of them have snipe. They're instantly getting sniped.
Well, maybe you should just not get sniped.
We are not getting a starter deck for Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yep.
The starter deck is actually going to be included into the actual base box set itself, as well as the additional packs cards that you also would have gotten in the starter deck as well.
Indeed. So we're going to go ahead and start going over some of those cards. So we're going to start off with the 2 SR cards that would have been in the starter deck, but are now going to be in the main box set. So these are cards that you probably are going to want to pull for. So let's go ahead and start off with the 4-1 Yusuke Urameshi. He's sitting at a nice, tall, and proud 4K BP. And let's see what he does. When played, you get to draw 2 cards and place one from your hand into the sideline.
That's pretty good.
Which is really good.
Really good.
Honestly, being able to just look through your deck, phenomenal. Love to see it. And then when attacking, choose one of the following. Hey, look, another ability that Koenma can make, choose all.
Of course.
So,
why am I not surprised?
Choose up to one character on your field and place the top card of your deck face down underneath it. Like Koenma.
That's crazy.
Next, you may place one face down card under this character into your sideline, and if you do, this character gains impact. So this one does not have snipe, but he does have the ability to impact your opponent in the mid game, as well as place face down cards underneath any character on the field when he attacks, therefore making Koenma a lot more viable because you're able to constantly place top card of your deck face down underneath it thanks to this Yusuke. And then with the 7-1 Yusuke, you're able to then go in with an impact, practically unblockable character that is going to cause your opponent an insane migraine.
Yeah, and listen, I'm just going to say it because I already know it's probably going to happen. We all know the recent change with Red Asta, and now you're able to look at your card, look at the card you place on the bottom, and choose which card you place into the sideline now, making the deck a whole lot better. Mm-hmm. The same thing, I'm pretty sure the same thing is going to be the case for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be able to see the cards under it and choose what cards you want to put into the sideline for even more benefits. This is going to be great. This is stupid, bro.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. I do appreciate that it's a nice, even though it's a nice original art piece, they do have that nice old school CRTV filtering over it to give it that nice old feeling to it.
Not to mention that they do stay true to how it was designed and modeled back in the days. It's like, it's not even like a, wow, this is a brand new Yusuke we're seeing. This is like a new unreleased art of Yusuke from way back in the days. That's what it feels like, even though we know it's a new original art piece.
Exactly. It's like one of those you get one of those Shonen Jump magazines from back in the day, and you get that exclusive art to that Shonen Jump magazine that you didn't see in anime, basically.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing. It's bringing us back to those old school days. You remember those days you were in public in that nice little magazine area with those Shonen Jump magazines? Because I remember it.
Yep. All right, let's move over to the next card, which is going to be Kurama, the boy. But he's going to be 4 energy, 1 action Kurama, and he's sitting at 4k BP with a draw trigger, which we love to see.
Love to see them.
When played, you may place the top card of your deck face down underneath him, particularly.
Okay.
And then on the main phase, if he's on the front line once per turn, you can place a face down card that's underneath him into the sideline. And if you do, choose one character on your field, and it gains this character cannot be blocked by a character with 4k or more BP until the end of turn. Therefore, making it that he is able to slip through your stronger opponents because he's just a little slippery guy that wants to get through and attack and kill.
Exactly. And not just him, any character that you choose will be able to just flip on do. So you're definitely going to be playing this in the Yusuke deck, definitely.
Or you can play with Kuwabara. You know, the 4k BP character Kuwabara that can't be blocked by 4k or more, and you can give him impact. Therefore, anyone that they block with would be impacted. All right, and next up are, of course, the backpack cards that were exclusive to the starter decks, which, again, are going to be in the main set since we aren't getting the starter decks. So let's go ahead and start off with the purple cards. First up, we have Jin here.
Yeah, look at him. Look at that nice smile that he has.
So 1 energy, 1 action card, a card you can get out pretty early at 2500 BP, which is really good.
Yep. So when played, draw a card and place one card from your hand into your sideline. So nice, good card filtering. And then choose up the one character on your field and move it to another line.
So it's really good because you're able to manipulate your side of the field a little bit, try to apply some pressure, which is really good actually at the 1 energy mark, because if you're at the 1 energy mark, like let's think about what you do to counter Kenshin. But yeah, it's really good because in the early game, when you're playing a card out into the front line to stop the opponent's Kenshins from attacking, to bounce them back to the energy line, if they ever bait you and then step back with a Kenshin, now you're locked with the character in the front line, you can now play this gen to move that character back to your energy line, so that way you're still able to generate that energy that you need in order to still make your big plays.
Exactly. So it's more mind games, honestly.
Yes.
Mind games upon mind games, where it adds more depth to the game itself, which I do enjoy.
Or if you play a Zero and then play him, you can use the ability to move that Zero to the front line to start applying pressure.
Exactly. So just to say, it's just more field manipulation, more board manipulation, and actually create more new lines of play, honestly.
Yep. And the next purple card is going to actually be the younger Toguro brother, which is pretty nice to see that he is going to be getting some support. And he's at 5 energy 1 action at 4k BP, which is really strong. And what it says here is on the main phase, if he's on the front line once per turn, you can kill a character on your field like the older brother. And if you do, choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line to lose 2k BP until end of turn, and then give this character impact until end of turn.
That's pretty good, because 1 per turn, you sideline a character, even if sideline a character on your field, which...
It's the older brother.
It's the older brother.
Yeah.
So, you already know. Want to do it one more time?
Pitch a card, pull him back, play him, kill him off, pitch a card, pull him back. You know, it's just the endless loop.
It's endless loop. And in that, you get to add one of your one of your opponents. They lose 2k BP, and you end up getting impact in the process. You love to see it.
All right, now we're moving over to the red exclusive cards. The first one is a 2 energy 1 action Hiei that's sitting at 3k BP.
Finally, we get our Hiei in red like he's supposed to. And if you event card this turn when you played him, you get to draw a card. Love to see it.
So he can replace himself, which is really good.
Exactly. So find more event cards to get more shenanigans going on.
But that's okay, because the next red card is going to be Kurama. It's not Kurama, it's Yukino.
It's Yukino.
Yeah. So for 3 energy 1 action, you get this Yukino that's sitting at 2500 BP and generates 2 energy. When you play her, you get to look at the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 red event card among them, add it to your hand, place the rest of the cards on the bottom of the deck in any order, and if you add a card to your hand, place one from your hand into the sideline.
So a good way, like say, looking 4 cards deep to find another event card, to start getting those benefits from here and things of that nature. And in addition to that, she also generates 2 energy on the back line, which is a nice little good bit of icing on the cake.
Yep. And then last but not least, we do have 3 exclusive cards that came to the, not exclusive cards, but 3 cards that came to the set of Yu Yu Hakusho that were available only through the events that were happening over in Japan, but we are going to be seeing them in the deck box of Yu Yu Hakusho. As I mentioned in a video before, that it was just one of my thoughts, and I'm very glad to see it come to fruition through here. So first things off, we're starting with the Toguro brother, who is at 0 energy, I believe. 1 energy, a 1 energy younger Toguro brother. He can only attack if a character on your field was killed this turn by one of your abilities. And at 4k BP, that's pretty good, especially since he cannot block characters with 3500 or less BP. It does kind of hinder him since he is a 4k BP character, but it is kind of a fair trade-off since he has a 1 energy card.
Exactly.
But on the main phase, if he's on your front line, you can kill a character off, pitch a card, pull him back, play him, kill him off, pitch a card, pull him back. And if you do, draw a card and give this character, he generates energy even if he's on the front line until end of turn. Meaning that you are able to hit that 8 energy threshold a lot easier with the younger Toguro brother, or if you are playing a card, killing him off, pitching a card, and pulling him back consistently, 6, 4, 2, and maybe even no energy at all. Probably. But that's only if you can get it like 4 times.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe there's a line of play that we just haven't seen yet.
I mean, to be fair, if you have 4 of him on the field, you could kill off an elder that's already on the field, pitch a card, pull him back, spend 1 AP, kill him off, pitch a card, play him with the second AP, kill him off, pitch him back, play him with or restand, play him with the restanded AP, pitch him off, pull him back, and then raid in the Toguro brother for no energy if you have like no energy generation, honestly, which is a possibility.
Honestly, yeah. You can.
Yeah.
You can't do that. So yeah, the possibilities are there. If you just want to style on your opponent, you can.
This is like a turn 3 play, bro. This is stupid.
This is crazy.
Next up is a green card for my boy Yusuke Urameshi. When played, you may place the top.
Why does he have 2 freaking effects, bro?
He's only 2k BP.
I don't care.
And he's a 1k, 1 energy card. He costs 1 energy.
That's more shenanigans for the other card to start doing.
It's fine, because he only gets one of those abilities. Oh, wait! Koenma! It's my fault. when played, you can place the top card of your deck face down underneath him. On your main phase, switch into resting once per turn. You can place a face down card under this character into the sideline, and if you do, choose one of these following effects. Only one of them, unless you have Koenma. Reduce the required energy of the next Yusuke Urameshi card you perform raid with from your hand this turn by 1, so 6 energy. And since it's not hard once per turn, if you have 2 of them, you can do this twice to make it 5, and then if you have 3, 4, and then if you have 4, bring them down to 3 energy. Or the second one, choose up to 1 character on your field to gain 1k BP till end of turn.
6 energy.
It's a pretty good card.
Snipe.
It's a pretty good card.
Impact.
Pretty good card.
Love to see it.
Honestly, not that strong. That's a lie. It's a really strong card. I hate that it doesn't have a trigger, but I mean, let's be honest. A lot of these cards don't really have triggers that are going to be buffing them up. Really,
yeah.
It's mostly the effects on the card that are going to be the real focus of them.
Exactly. You got to try to balance it out some way.
Yeah.
Some way.
And the last red card that we're going over is going to be a buff for Kurama. 1 energy, 1 action Kurama. And if you remember the Illumi card that we got in Hunter x Hunter Volume 2, that was exclusive to North America, this Kurama follows the same suit. When performing raid on this character, if you have 3 or less cards in your hand, you get to draw a card. So you do get an ability off of raiding this character. And by raiding it, you get to draw a card to replace himself. Not to mention, even though he will be on the field, you're replacing himself. So you're pretty much just getting card advantage.
Yeah.
You're replacing the raid, but I believe the raid can also help. Anyways, when played, you may place 1 card from your hand into the sideline, and if you do, choose 1 other character on your field to gain 2k BP until end of turn. So you could theoretically play this card, and after you place that card from your hand into the sideline, buff up your rated Kurama by 2k BP, putting him at 6k, meaning you will, instead of having to pitch 4 cards in a turn to get him to 8k BP, you're now pitching 3 cards, 1 for this card's when played, and then 2 for his own ability to get him to the 8k to give him snipe and impact.
I love the nice little parenthesis text, resolve the raid character's when played ability and this ability in any order you want.
Yes, that's very good, because I'm really glad that that you're able to that they're able to communicate that with us, so that way we're not confused with timing and mistiming and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's a nice little extra tender loving care for them, like, of course, because you know in most card games you have like weird situations that people are like say, hey, if the situation pops up, what I'm gonna do with it.
Yeah.
So I love how they clarify that with the parentheses to make sure that, hey, yay, we're playing this game, we're playing a tournament, we don't have to sit here and guess the rules and be like, oh snap, had I known this, I would have run. But because I didn't, I end up losing my first place win.
Right.
So I really do like that nice little bit of extra detail.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, with all that being said, that's all of the Yu Yu Hakusho cards, which I think, I don't know which one's my favorite. I don't know if it's going to be Kaiju number 8 or Yu Yu Hakusho.
Honestly, I don't know either, because they're both good banger IPs with good decks in them that could potentially shape up the meta.
Yeah, and don't worry, guys. I'm still watching Yu Yu Hakusho, so by the time this video comes out, I know that's getting kind of dark, and you can probably hardly see both of us right now. But by the time this video comes out, I'm going to be a lot further along with Yu Yu Hakusho. I'll probably be done with it by then, who knows? But I'll definitely be done with it by the time the sets drop, so I will be able to, you know, at least know everything that's happening with the characters. And I'm just really excited for this set, because my boy Kurama, Yusuke, Kuwabara, crazy that they all have snipe, which is wild to me.
I'm getting jumped, but you know, we got Hiei. Hiei's going to be in there. He's going to be putting in work.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
I feel like he will.
Yeah. Gonna be getting jumped.
Event decks are really strong. Event decks are really strong in Union Arena, and I feel like they are the ones that can take a good lead when it comes to Union Arena. But I really feel like there's an open possibility for any deck to still take the top deck in Union Arena.
Yep, there really is. Like you said, we want to get to the point we want to get back to the point where people can just play the IP that they want and they don't have to worry about a singular IP running rapid everywhere. Because like I said, people come to Union Arena because their favorite anime is in it.
Right.
And there's nothing more disappointing is coming to a card game to play your favorite anime just to figure out that your anime is just not viable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, with all that being said, that's going to end our video for today. Stay tuned because in a couple days, Friday, we're going to be dropping a video that is talking about, what was it talking about? Talking about what we were literally just talking about. IPs running rampant in Union Arena. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, with all that being said, I've been D.
And I've been R.
And together we've been DJR
Union.